Hey guys, AJ here, back with a late live for you. So, guys, I was just thinking today that I haven't really followed up on the Michael Irving story, right? Because this is all in the news, and this is unfortunate that this is happening to him. Because, yeah, he got the charges, and then, before there was even charges of anything, they dropped him from the Super Bowl. So he was supposed to cover the Super Bowl, and he said he was innocent and he didn't do it. First he said that he didn't remember it, right? And now he's saying, well, from what I remember, it was a short little conversation, right? So now they uh they have released the footage. She belongs to the streets. What's going on, man? How you doing, pal? Good to see you, right? Yeah, let me share this. So yeah, so he was saying that he didn't do anything, and that it was just a friendly chat, and no one believed him because of course all of us men are guilty until proven innocent, right? So okay, this is one of the articles here, and he filed $100 million lawsuit, and it got thrown out, I guess. But now, here we are. This is 3 days ago. Michael Irvin refiles $100 million Marriott lawsuit, plays surveillance video. Now, from what I understand, they didn't want to give him the surveillance video, right? So his lawyers had to fight for it. So it says, Sherman, Texas, weeks after Cowboys Hall of Famer Michael Irvin was pulled off Super Bowl coverage. We're seeing the video of the alleged unwanted advances. Here's the truth. We used to say when we played football, the eye and the sky don't tell no lie. It's just the truth. Irvin said on Tuesday. We talk and tell lies, but the eye and the sky don't lie. That's kind of poetic. Oh, man. Okay, so there's no audio, even though there was a rumor that was going around that they took the audio out, right? Anyways, the video shows Irvin walking in with multiple people. As he gets closer to the bar, he starts talking to a Marriott employee he said made inappropriate comments. To the left of Irvin and the woman is another employee. He clapped his hands when the woman initially had approached Irvin and then put his hands on his hips. Irvin and the woman moved into the lobby and continued talking. The conversation lasts for 2 minutes. He touches her arm. Irvin says that they were joking. You can see the woman put her hands up, but it was unclear what she said. In court filing last Friday, Marriott said that Irvin made welcome advances towards the female employee. Documents say that on February 5th, at the Renaissance Hotel, he appeared to be visibly intoxicated in conversation with a female staffer and asked a lewd question about intercourse with a black guy. He said, "I don't speak like that. I've never spoken like that. I totally deny that." At the end of the conversation, the two shake hands. The woman walks to the bar, walks out of the camera shot with an employee. Marriott claims Irvin leered at the woman and turned to an employee saying, she bad, followed by a sexual remark, and slapped himself in the face 3 times. You can see him slapping himself in the video. Irvin then walks near the door with someone that his lawyer says is a hotel employee and takes a selfie. Irvin's team refiled his $100 million defamation suit against Marriott and the employee. So he's suing both of them. He's suing the hotel and the woman too, claiming that moving the case from Texas to Arizona. Marriott previously filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, claiming that the case did not have jurisdiction in Texas, considering, so they threw the previous case out because he filed it in Texas where he lived, but the hotel is in Arizona. What a knucklehead, right? Maybe they believe that state court will be more favorable. There's still a possibility in Arizona that it could be moved to federal court, said Russell Wilson, an attorney not associated with the case. So this attorney's name is Russell Wilson, you guys. What are the odds, right? Okay. So the video helps demonstrate that there is not the conduct that we would have normally associate with SA. For example, groping, touching in private areas, and things like that are not shown in the video. It does show interaction and touching. So the question becomes, what were the words that were spoken during the interaction? Despite this video, this lawyer says that this remains a he said, she said case. Irvin's legal team says that they feel that the release of the video makes their case stronger. Any rational person can see that this is a setup or an after-the-fact invention or something to try and cover up why that guy up there is mad. Wilson tells Fox that most civil suits end in settlement. Irvin said Tuesday that he misses the people that he works with and that he didn't know if or when he would return. So he hasn't gone back to work yet, guys. That's crazy. And guys, guess what I have here? Let's watch the video. And at the end here, I'm just gonna go to the part to where they're talking because I don't know if this is copyright and I'll get yeeted off of YouTube for it, right? So, guys, I'm just gonna be honest, right? Don't be a drunken idiot in public, right? Guys, we can't really change the system, but we can change our minds. We can change how we interact in the system. I'm not saying what happened to him is right. I'm not even saying that he did what he said, what they're saying that he did. But he should have came home after dinner and gone straight to his hotel room. Guys, we can't take any chances. Just like I say in my avoid women at work videos, guys, we can't take chances anymore. Because all it takes is something like this and you're doomed, even with the video. But yeah, so this is him. And this is the female employee right here, right? So let's just see. So he's comes in. He's kind of, obviously he's been getting crunk. You know what I'm saying? Having those shots on the Patron, and you can see this is her right here. So he stops and he talks to her, and he's the one with the jacket in his hand, and he's a little bit tipsy, right? And there's no audio, guys, so that's not on my end. And they're talking, and we don't know what was said here. All we know is that she said that it was inappropriate. Now, this guy was standing here the whole time, right here. This guy next to her. I guess he was standing there for quite a while. So, and I don't know why he didn't say anything. So you see that he walks away. They're still talking. Now he does grab her arm. I don't know what exactly he said, but he's saying something to her. And maybe she's a football fan. I don't know. And it looks like they're laughing, ha ha ha. And let's go ahead here. And he's just being a, kind of a drunken idiot, And there he goes, guys. Boom, right there. Touched her arm. Guys, you now this looks like a harmless thing to me, right? But guys, we cannot risk ourselves like this. We can't do it. So to us, this might just be but they could argue it either way. We know that the system's stacked against us. So, and he's still chatting her up, stumbling around, acting. And then it goes on for a little while. They shake hands. And look, these guys didn't really say anything. And then she walks away. And look, he's, yeah. So you can say maybe he was being kind of creepy there, right? And she walks away. Now, they said that he was slapping him. Oh, wait, there he goes. He is slapping himself. That's kind of weird. But now, guys, here's the thing. We don't know what was said, right? But is what was said in that brief interaction there enough to have him taken off the Super Bowl and have him go through all this foolishness? Now, I say no, but guys, unfortunately, it isn't up to rational people like us. It's just not. She saw something, and then the court of public opinion took over, and the mob ruled, and now he's in trouble. So he's suing, and I hope that he sues. I hope that they settle, and I hope that he gets money. Because right now, you can say that this doesn't prove anything, but this proves that the standard for what she said happened, because she said SA and everything. That obviously didn't happen. Now, if he said anything, that's different. But the video shows that it's not like he was, groping up on her or any of that. So it's unbelievable that he got that type of punishment. So, guys, what lesson can we learn from this? We have to be careful. We have to, guys. We cannot put ourselves in this position. My advice, guys, just keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? Don't even stop in the lobby. Just keep on walking. So, because I have another story here. Let me see. So here we'll take a break from Michael Irvin real fast. And here we go, guys. This just dropped yesterday. Authorities charged a woman with perjury after she claimed a black man raped her, right? And guys, this woman did false charges twice in two different cases. So, evidence revealed that Jennifer Grease fabricated the claims against her black male co-worker due to being angry because she felt he gave her false intention and turned her friends against her. So she called the authorities and said that he SA'd her. Authorities have charged a staffer at Stanford University because, of course, right, with perjury after she falsely claimed that a black man raped her on two different occasions. So Jennifer Grease, a supervisor at the college's Housing Services Center, was arrested Wednesday facing two felony charges of perjury and two misdemeanor counts of inducing a false testimony after allegedly making two false accusations of rape against a person who fit the description of a black male co-worker. Grease claims the alleged incidents happened on Stanford grounds, according to the complaint. The National Essay Resource Center reports that research has shown that between 2% and 8% of claims of essay are false, and black men have a long history of being falsely accused. Now, guys, I am black, and guys, that number is not correct. Guys, it's way more than 2 and 8%. I mean, between 2 and 8%, guys. It's way more than that, right? She said these false reports are damaging. Stanford officials said in a statement on Wednesday, both for true survivors of SA and for members of our community who have experienced fear and alarm from the reports. The Santa Clara County DA said that the false reports, which did not name Grease specifically, triggered campus-wide safety alerts and campus unrest and sparked national media coverage and student-led demonstration on campus. So they had all these people marching. Oh, protect our students and protect our women. Blah blah blah. And this was all fake. A Stanford Public Safety Department investigation revealed that Grease, 25, filed a SA claim against a black male co-workers in his 20s last March. She was ultimately moved to a different work site after HR determined that her complaint was unfounded. So she didn't even get fired, guys. She didn't even get guys. You have to laugh to keep from crying, but she did a false SA claim at work on this guy, and she didn't even get fired. They just moved her to a different part of the office. And this is why modern women are not accountable, because they're never held accountable for anything. Have that have been any one of us, guys, and they would have buried us under the jail, right? Okay, so that was last year. So on August 9th, she told SA forensic exam nurses at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center that a black man in his late 20s essayed her in a campus bathroom. She allegedly declined to contact law enforcement and said that the attacker was an unknown assailant. Grease eventually contacted Stanford Public Safety to set up a meeting with a detective, but refused to disclose any more details about the essay. She claimed to know the alleged attacker and asserted that there was no risk to the public. So she went in and met with a detective and said, "I know him, but I'm not going to tell you who it is." It's just foolishness. And she wasn't fired, guys. She did a fake HR claim of SA against a guy and wasn't fired. Grease again reported being raped on campus on August 7th. This time she claimed by a black male in his late 20s in a basement storage closet. And this is why guys don't even go to college anymore. Don't even work on a college campus anymore. Because this could happen to you. She signed consent forms in both instances, according to the probable cause document, acknowledging that the nurses had to notify law enforcement about the alleged SA and provide her identity in a suspicious injury report. So, given the extreme public safety risk posed by a possible offender, I can't say the word, guys, Grease received priority rushes on analyzing her SA kits, which showed no male DNA detected. So they even did the kit, and there was no male DNA or anything in there. She met with the detective again on January 24th. Here we go, guys, and admitted to lying about the grapes and penned an apology letter to the victim. The unidentified man at the center of both the HR probes and the police investigations. So for those of you guys who just joined, this is a case of a woman that did 2 false SA claims at work. Wasn't fired after the first one when it was proven that it wasn't true, that he didn't rape her. So then she did it to the guy again. Clown world. Guys. And this is why I say, guys, we have to change the laws of our minds. We cannot play the game, guys. Because the best way to not lose in this game of this foolishness is don't play at all. Keep to yourself. Go to work. Keep your head down. Get paid and go home. No happy hours. No holiday parties. No mentoring. No nothing. Don't do it, guys. So here you go. The California victim, and that's crazy because they expedited her grape kit, which means that actual grapes and essays were deprioritized. Okay, so the California Victims of Crimes Board, which pays for crime for their costs, rejected her 2 times for funding after she had applied under penalty of perjury. The university's public safety department reportedly spent more than $300,000 looking into her fabricated complaints and hiring outside security. So she wasted $300,000, you guys, $300,000. Man, look at that. Evidence revealed that Grease fabricated the stories due to being angry at a coworker because she felt that he gave her false intention and turned her friends against her. Grease's coworker said in a police interview that the HR investigation left him scarred and stressed while caring for his sick mother, who later died. So the guy's mom died. The probable cause document says he gave proof of his whereabouts during the essay allegations and a swab for DNA testing. I don't feel human at all, her colleague said, sharing that false accusations left him feeling disgusting. Luckily, guys, it seems like they didn't release his identity, so that's good, you know. Attorney said that Grease was released on $25,000 bail and has an arraignment set for April 17th. She faces 5 years in jail if convicted. She's on leave of absence, and authorities shared in Wednesday's statement that they are reviewing her employment. So she's technically still employed there. Advocates for preventing SA on campus stated that false reports should not obscure the fact that there is a problem at Stanford, which the student-led advocacy group, blah, 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 will affect 40% of women. So here we go with this stupid number, guys. Think about this, guys. If 40% of women were being SA'd, would you even send your daughter to college? Honestly, because I wouldn't. That number is not true. That the model that brought that number is shown to be flawed because the questions are leading or they use nebulous terms, right? Here we go. This is a rare and deeply destructive crime. Santa Clara County District Attorney Jeff Rosen said, "Our hearts go out to the falsely accused. Our hearts go out to the students who look over their shoulders on their way to class. Our hearts go out to legitimate SA victims who wonder if they will be believed." Guys, this is clown world, man. Absolute clown world. But this happens all the time. And I hope she gets the maximum sentence. But guys, this is California. How much time do you think she's actually gonna get? She'll probably get probation or whatever, but she probably won't have to do any prison time at all because California, right? But guys, this happens all the time, and no one cares and no one says anything. Absolutely crazy, and no one cares. But yeah, so then this is back to the Michael Irvin video. Yeah, and then he just walks. I believe that he takes the elevator and upstairs, and then he got a phone call the next morning saying, "Guess what? There's some charges. You can't do the Super Bowl. Have a nice life," right? And I'd be angry too, because this whole thing was about what? Let's see, guys. 2 minutes. Let me see. They start talking right there. A minute. About 2.5 minutes, I think. They shake hands. Yeah, 2.5 minutes. And it's just clown world, guys. And that's why all of my most popular videos have been avoiding women in the workplace. Because most men know that with this M2 and all this foolishness, guys, it's so easy for us to get caught up. So the best thing to do is mind your own business. Mind your own business, guys. Man, oh man, oh man. I have one more story for you guys. And let's just check this out real fast. Yeah, there's a woman in England. And she got arrested. And she did a whole bunch of Yeah, here we go. All right, guys, this is the woman here where she accused these guys of SA. She went to the store, bought a hammer, beat herself up, and then, yeah, here we go. Do this.
When people first saw these shocking images, they thought Eleanor Williams had taken the brave step of sharing her story of physical and sexual abuse.
She did this to herself, guys.
But the story was a lie.
Look at that.
The injuries,
Not that she was that attractive to begin with. Anyways, here
were
we go.
self-inflicted.
Look at
It was
that.
all a bizarre and cruel fantasy. In a Facebook post shared more than 100,000 times, she wrote, "They have abused
So did this to herself, took pictures, and then went on Facebook.
me in every way possible. I'm incredibly lucky not to be dead already. This has been years of me being trafficked
Sorry, guys, I gotta
to
get the words.
places across Manchester, Yorkshire, Lancashire, and Cumbria. This is to have sex with Asian men. Some of
Now, for all you guys who don't know this, in England, when they say Asian, they mean Indian, Pakistani, etc. They say East Asian or like Oriental for Koreans, Japanese. So like their terms are different than our terms here. So whereas Asian for us means like Koreans or whatever, but when they say Asian, they mean Pakistani or Indians. Okay.
are business owners. I am not the only girl in Barrow who's gone through this. The real victims, though, were the men she falsely accused, like Mohammed Ramzan. He received death threats and his home and business were vandalized.
I feel no sense of triumph.
Look at this guy, poor guy. Look at this. See, yeah, he's like either, Pakistani or something. But look at this. Imagine he's just minding his own business, and then all of a sudden, all this foolishness happens to him. And there was two other guys, and they tried to delete themselves because they were so depressed about this.
Only sadness for the loss of the years, the impact on my family. Here we are, and the true impact that this will have on true victims. I'm not sure how my family and I are going to recover from this.
Yeah, there's no way. It's already out there, and I don't know how long that like this charge has been going on, but he said years.
The mud sticks.
In Mohammed's case, Williams even faked letters pretending he'd written to her.
What? Look, no more violence instead of violence, guys. No more violence. No more arguments. No more fists. I'll use my words to express my feelings, and we will sort. What? First of all, guys, this is not a guy's handwriting. All right, we all know that most men are handwriting's trash, anyways. Or at least mine is, guys. My handwriting's bad, but I type really fast, so it's all good,
Apologizing for being violent and abusive. Other evidence against Williams included this footage of her checking into a Blackpool hotel alone and going shopping on a day when she claimed she'd been trafficked to the town and forced to have sex.
What? So this knucklehead didn't even know that there was CCTV in the hotel she was staying at? What a knucklehead.
She even pretended at one point that she'd been sold to an overseas gang for €25,000.
This was a case where out-and-out lies had been told and continued to be told throughout. It's not very often.
Guys, leave in the chat what you think, because she did get jail time. But what do you think should be done to people who do this to people?
In policing, you find somebody lying, but to go to this lengths that Miss Williams went to is extremely unusual.
Williams' claims of abuse caused outcry and public protests in her hometown of Barrow, for which she apologised in a letter to the judge today as he sentenced her to 8.5 years.
8.5 years, guys, in prison. That's the most I've ever seen for something like this, and that's crazy that this is in Britain. Which, dude, if you think that the United States is getting crazy woke ethnicist, dude, Britain's already there. They have a number that you can call as a woman where if you think that a guy is staring at you for too long, you can get him put in jail. Yeah, so that's bad. But to give her 8.5 years, that's still not enough time. Doug MPA says bury her under the jail. I wish, right?
There is no explanation for why the defense.
Yo, you guys, look at that. The judges still wear the wigs. You know what I'm saying? And the female judges do too. You know.
Defendant would commit these offences. She has gone to extraordinary lengths to create false accusations, including causing herself significant injury.
This is Williams buying the hammer she used to create her own injuries.
She bought a hammer, like a hammer that you hammer in nails with, like not a mallet or a, you know. She bought a hammer, not like a meat tenderizer. She bought a hammer and like wailed on herself with it.
But what of the long-term pain she caused others? Jordan Trengove spent 73 days in custody after she falsely accused him of rape. At one point, he tried to take his own life.
I had rapists spray painted on my house, my windows smashed.
What? Man.
I had to move out of my own area. It destroyed me. It destroyed my whole mental state. It destroyed my son. It destroyed my partner. It destroyed my family. It's just horrible.
Oh, in Britain, guys, they like regularly say the term partner, which I don't like. You know, you're either a husband or a boyfriend or you're a simp, you know? Here, I'm going to drop the link for anyone who wants to come up. You know what I'm saying?
Horrendous. The list just goes on, like what's it's done to me.
Why do you think she did this?
I don't know, and I would love to know, but I'm never.
Because she's a knucklehead.
We're going to find out.
Williams' only explanation, that letter to the judge today saying, "I've made mistakes. I'm not saying I'm guilty, but I know I've done some wrong."
Can you believe it? I made mistakes. I'm not saying I'm guilty. So she still can't admit she did anything wrong. Man, accountability is like kryptonite, guys. This is insane.
And I'm sorry. Peter Lane, 5 News.
Man, you guys. And this person's going to keep doing this. Is going to keep doing this over and over. I mean, if think about if she hadn't got caught, right? She'd have probably got more people. But look at what she did to herself. She bought a hammer and did this to herself, all so she can get attention and accuse these guys of doing this. And of course, the whole public outcry, no one questions her. Everyone does a whole believe, all whamming. You know what I mean? And these poor guys' lives were destroyed. You know, like the one guy said that there was grapists sprayed on his house, all of that. And yeah, she got 8.5 years, but that's just not enough, guys. That is not. I think that what they should do, and everyone drop a 1 if you agree, the amount of time that the guys would have got had they been convicted, they should give her double that time. Because this is not a game, you guys. This is not a game. And these women now, they do it for attention, for social media, to be on the news. I don't know what, but you notice the first place she went to was Facebook. And she had 100,000 likes, 100,000 views of everyone. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you. And these poor guys never stood a chance. Luckily, whoever the police force was, they actually did some investigation. But the whole time, they were probably being harassed, hounded, some of them in jail, you know. And here's another one, guys. We'll do. I've never heard of this one before.
Elizabeth Coast is going to jail for telling a lie that sent a man to prison for 4.5 years.
4.5 years. So, guys, okay, so we just saw an actual case in London, in England. Now, this is in the United States. So let's see how much time that they gave her. And this guy actually went to jail for 4.5 years.
Today, she got her sentence. That story coming up.
That is the breaking news we're starting with tonight. A woman is going to jail for a lie, accused a man of sexual assault, and he paid for that lie
Tom
with 4
Shad.
years of his life.
Look at this guy's name. Tom Shad.
The woman eventually admitted she made the whole thing up. Elizabeth Coast was just 17 when she accused Jonathan of Montgomery of the abuse. There were no witnesses, just her word against his.
And of course, guys, who do you think that they're going to believe?
Andy Fox was in court for the sentencing and has details of her.
Look at this guy. Look at his hair. Look at this. Look at his suit.
Punishment. And Andy, what did she have to say about this?
Well, almost everything that came out of her mouth in court today was emotional. I'm going to read to you one statement she said that kind of sums up the entire day.
This ought to be stunning.
I never forgot about Jonathan. My life was ruined by it, and so was his. I decided to take serious my faith and to give up the lie. I may go to jail, but I have to right this wrong. I selfishly try to protect myself. The truth is, Jonathan lived in a physical prison, and I lived in a prison in my mind.
Oh, fuck. You guys. Oh, guys, where's your violins, right? Oh, please, guys, everyone in the chat, play something on the violin. Oh, man, her life is so hard. She lived in a mental and spiritual prison. Oh, man, she got right with Jesus. Oh, come on, man.
A very emotional day, and then the judge sentenced Elizabeth Coast. In her only statement outside a courtroom, Elizabeth Coast said she's sorry. Before you get sentenced.
Look at that. That's the face of evil right there, guys. The face of evil.
What would you like to say to Jonathan Montgomery?
He can answer that.
Okay. I am very.
Look at that. She can't even like say anything worth a damn, you know?
Very sorry for the mistake that I've made and the lie that I told. And this is me taking responsibility for that.
In court, Coast said she lied about the sexual assault that sent Jonathan Montgomery away for 4.5 years. Coast said she didn't want to disappoint her mother, who was portrayed in court as a heavy-handed disciplinarian. Coast's mother caught her reading adult material, and that's when the lies began.
So she got caught reading adult material. Was it like a romance novel, or did she have like a Playboy or something? Like what? What?
Coast blamed Montgomery because her mother kept pushing the issue, and Montgomery had moved away, and Coast never thought that he would be found, but he was.
So she blamed him and then thought, oh, they'll just never find him. So come on, man.
Coast attorney Ron Smith said she should be given credit for coming forward, even though it took her almost 5 years. Judge Bonnie Jones agreed, giving.
What? Of course, guys. Oh, all right, guys. Right when you saw this, you knew that this judge was going to take the woman's side because she is a woman. How you had to have known that to give her credit for coming forward after she put a guy in jail for almost 5 years.
Jones agreed, giving Coast a 2-month sentence, which she can serve on weekends beginning this weekend.
So she got a 2-month sentence that she could serve on weekends.
I wanted to convey to the judge that if there's somebody else out there that did this, do you want to give a big sentence to somebody and send the wrong message? Don't come forward. We're going to lock you up.
Wait, you're sending the wrong message by saying, if you do this, we'll lock you up. That's the message you want to send, you knucklehead.
And in the end, the judge believed that line of thought from attorney Ron Smith. So how much did the judge give attention to that fact? Well, she gave a 5-year sentence, and all of it suspended, but 2 months that Elizabeth Coast
She got a 5-year suspended sentence.
can serve during the weekend. And also, and this is very important, restitution. Elizabeth Coast must make money and pay Jonathan Montgomery $90,000 in restitution.
$90,000, guys. Do you think that that's enough for 4.5 years of your life and being labeled as a rapist and having to be in jail? She looks like a chubby Karen. Oh man, that's true, guys. Do you think $90,000 is enough? Come on.
That has to happen also.
And he was in jail being labeled as a you know a person that does bad things to women and children.
I got in touch with Jonathan Montgomery's family. No comment from there as they await his process of getting a writ of actual innocence and finally clearing his name. In Hampton, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
Clown world, guys. Absolute clown world. I'm all around the West, you know, and no one cares. And as long as women will get these short sentences and are still seen as the victim more than the men, this is gonna keep on happening, guys. It's absolute clown world. So, all right, you guys, I just want to do a quick live on a Saturday. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I hope you all do something fun tomorrow. And yeah, guys, please be careful out there, guys. Be careful out there. You have to be, because all it takes is 2 minutes, just like Michael Irvin here. 2 minutes, and your whole livelihood is ruined. 2 minutes. If you're traveling, you get to the hotel, go upstairs, get to your hotel room. If you're out at work, go to work. Do your job. Keep your head down and go home. All it takes is someone to say something silly, and you're gonna be in jail, fired, canceled, all of that, right? And they can whine and moan all that they want about men are not treating us fair and blah blah blah. But you know what, guys? We have to do what we have to do, you know. So, all right, you guys. I appreciate you all, yes, and have a good one.